Entitled mother gets mad at me for getting badly hurt. When I was 7 years old, I played on a baseball team for the YMCA. I stopped playing after this event. We were playing a game of baseball once, and I was standing at first base waiting to run to second. The batter hits the ball, and it goes flying straight into my left eye, which really hurt, because I was 7. I then got pulled out of the game, and they gave me a completely frozen Capri Sun to use as an ice pack, which I got to drink when it had melted. I sat on the bench with it on my eye for about 15 minutes. The game was then over, and the girl who was batting came up to apologize. I was still crying in pain. She saw my black eye and I could just tell how bad she felt for it. Her mom then came over, and this when things got interesting. Entitled mother, why are you crying? Me, I got hurt moving the ice pack to show her my eye. The girl then walked away to do something else at this point. Oh, you'll be fine. Please leave my daughter alone, we have other things to do. Me, but she's the one that hurt me. How dare you accuse my daughter of doing such a thing? She'd never do that. In steps my mother, who was watching everything. I was glad she showed up to the conversation. My mom, what's going on here? Your son here blames my daughter for something he clearly did to himself for attention. My mom, really? Because I saw your daughter hit the ball and it go directly into my son's eye. My mom always had a bit of a joking side to her. Whatever. Your son is a spoiled little crap anyways. That set off my mom. I can't remember what she yelled at her, but I remember it being along the lines of, you and your daughter are the only spoiled little craps here. And a lot more. I then told my mom I just want to go home. She then told off the by saying, why don't you go check on your so perfect daughter? Because none of us had known where she had run off to. She was just playing inside. I then went home, and after a few hours, I looked in the mirror, and I had a nice black eye. I heard that she got banned from the YMCA for yelling at the baseball coach. Entitled parent gets mad I saved her kid's life and tried to press charges. I never thought I'd be posting here, but this just recently happened. Week ago. I'm almost graduating high school and I have a job at the supermarket. Bagging items, stocking merchandise, etc. But I'm still shaken up and decided this place would be a good place to put my experience. This day it was pretty rainy, so there were barely any people in the store, and I was fixing any products that were out of order. I was just chilling since there was barely anything to do. Cue entitled parent and entitled kid come strolling into the store, and I don't pay mind to the woman because she has that "can I speak to the manager" haircut. I'm already kinda wary of this woman, so I try to mind my own business and do my job. She sees me and rolls her eyes, muttering something about lazy teenagers, even though I have a job. But whatever, and she asks me rudely without a please or anything where the drinks are. I tell her which aisle and she loudly exclaims, "Excuse me, are you gonna take me there or what? Take me there now or I'll speak to the manager. This is why you get paid." I only nod and don't say anything. So I take her to where the drinks are, and she doesn't say thanks or anything, only scoffs and pushes me away. So I'm fixing some stuff that fell onto the floor not too far away, and I see EK climbing onto the ledge where the drinks are. "Excuse me, we just mopped the floor so it's slippery, and plus your son can't be climbing that. It can fall or he can get hurt." I say this as politely as possible, and I don't want to get in trouble cause of some kid. You know, applying to colleges and a record won't do me any good. She gives me a nasty glare and snaps, "Don't tell me how to raise my child. Mind your own effing business." Her kid is still climbing the ledge part where the alcohol is, and I'm getting more anxious just looking at this kid. So while the mom is busy, I go to him and ask, "Hey, can you please get off? You can get hurt." He starts screaming for his mother, and she comes running like a mad bull. She asks him if he's okay and if I hurt him, and he tells her she's not letting me play. She starts yelling at me and insulting me, calling me stupid and whatnot. She threatens me that she knows the manager and she will get me fired. She tells me to F off and continues to shop for wine while her kid is climbing on that ledge, and I get this bad feeling when I see him jump down hard and everything starts to shake. I run and tackle this kid to the ground. to push him out of the way, then right at that moment the whole drinks fall onto the ground. There is red everywhere since it was part of the wine aisle and I see myself badly cut. The kid is crying, probably because I pushed him, and the mom comes running and she starts shrieking like a banshee. This stupid teenager tried to kill my son, and I told her that I literally saved her son's life since he could have been crushed or hurt badly by the glass. My thigh is bleeding since it got cut and she grabs my arm, digging her nails into my arm. You are not going anywhere. I'm pressing charges and calling the police, you murderer. I think I want to cry because I'm losing blood and she has a strong grip of my arm. The police arrive and I'm literally about to be escorted as the EP watches me smugly when the manager comes running. I explain everything to him since he's known me since elementary and I'm not an evil child killer. He tells me he has everything on camera and I almost cry in relief. The EP seems to go a little pale, but is still insistent on pressing charges at me and the store, demanding that I be arrested for assault of her kid. The police review everything, and even an eyewitness who saw and heard everything pitches in. The manager and police said I did the right thing and say I can press charges because EP hurt my arm pretty badly. She's still fuming and now is threatening the police, so she's taken away and arrested. The kid is picked up by whom I presume is his dad, and I'm taken to the hospital to treat the glass shards in my leg. If I'm badly hurt from a few shards of glass, I can't imagine what would have happened if the kid was still there climbing. I don't think I could forgive myself if I had let him get hurt. Entitled mother tries to scam free food, gets banned. Let me start by explaining that this did happen while I worked a shift at my family's pizza shop. I was a dishwasher, but our kitchen is an open kitchen, so we can see all customers in the dining room and they can see the cooks. My station was situated behind a wall out of sight, but occasionally I would help out elsewhere as needed. Please note, the pizza shop is my dad's, and he and my mom both moved to America decades ago. Full-blooded Italians. Two blonde-haired women with their 2 children. Spoiled brats. Come in and sit at a booth. They both order expensive pasta dishes. Both kids are running wild, crawling over booths and under tables. We were surprisingly empty that night, so we didn't make too big of a deal. All food is brought out, and these 2 women proceed to eat all of their meals, and then flag over my sister. You could see how smug they were. She brings the plate back and says that the 2 women are demanding free meals because they found a hair in their food. For those of you who don't work in food service, we take great care to minimize this problem. All the boys wear hats. Girls have to have hair up, with a headband or hairnet. It does happen from time to time, and when it does we are more than happy to apologize and accommodate. The hair in question was a long blonde hair. As everyone in our kitchen is a brunette, and we are talking dark brunette or black hair, we are immediately suspicious. None of us had highlights either. My dad had cameras installed in our restaurant because a couple years prior our restaurant was robbed, and so now he has this to prevent theft. So my dad goes to check the tapes, and sure enough we catch this woman removing a hair, not discreetly I might add, and putting it on her empty plate, before flagging the waitress, my sister, down. My mom has had enough, so she walks out to the table. My mom is not tall, and she's a very tiny woman, but when she wants to be intimidating, she may as well be a 6'9" football player. She used that intimidation when punishing us too. But the gist of this conversation. Mom, I'm going to give you your 1 dish for free. But I want you to know that you are officially banned from eating at our restaurant again. Every single worker in that kitchen has dark hair, not a single blonde. We also have you on camera putting the hair on this plate. Your kids have torn up our dining room, and you are both unwelcome. Please pay and leave. The women were both speechless and tried to ditch. But my brother is a strong guy and blocked the door till they paid. Fun stuff. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like and subscribing for more videos like this. Don't forget to leave your stories in the comments below.